All praise and honor and glory be to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Salutations to the Akim that's called into the truth. Peace and blessings to the house of Israel that's scattered across the four corners of the earth. It's going to be quick, you know what I'm saying? Skimming through the web, skimming through the internet. I found the article. It's an old article, but it's an agenda that's for the future here. And without further ado, let's get right into it. And this is by the Activist Post, okay? ActivistPost.com. The UN plans to implement universal bio biometric identification for all of humanity by 2030. That's 12 years from now. Okay. Now, when they're going to implement it, I don't know. Okay. But the devil, which is Esau, he's going to say 2030, but he's going to try to jump it off way before. I'm going to skim through this article, as I said before. It's by Michael Snyder, and it was published on November the 1st, 2015. I just ran across it. And it reads, did you know that the United Nations intends to have biometric identification cards in the hands of every single man, woman, and child on the entire planet by the year 2030? And did you know that a central database in Geneva, Switzerland will be collecting data from many of these cards? All right, let me skim through. All right. Okay. All right. The United Nations is already working hard toward the implementation of this goal, particularly among refugee populations. So as you see, they're going to try to bring it in about us as concerning the refugees, people over here or any other country that don't have legal documents as far as paperwork or identification card. That's they're going to push the agenda or the reason that they need some type of location device on these people. They're going to need to track them. That's going to be the way they're going to bring it in, or supposedly that's the way this article is saying that they're going to push it through immigration. The immigration purposes, what's going on with so-called illegal aliens being in other countries. This one being the forefront. All right. It says working hard, particularly among refugee populations. The UN has partnered with a center to implement a biometric identification system that reports information back to a central database in Geneva. The following is an excerpt from an article that was posted on findbiometrics.com. All right. Okay. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees is moving forward with his plans to use biometric technology to identify and track refugees and has selected a vendor for the project, which is Accenture. All right. Like I said, I'm going to skim through. They got the little RCNI. That's on your dollar bill. You are being watched. All right. But this is already prophesied in the scriptures. And I just want to speak on it a little bit. By 2030, which is only 12 years from now. And Esau, he gonna say 2030, but they trying to move it in right now as we see. You have people living with this microchip in their body right now, and we have certain businesses that's trying it out. You know what I'm saying? I forget what state that is that's within the United States. Is it Massachusetts? I'm not sure. Well, it was a company that have their employees chipped, and they gave them benefit if they would use the chip and try to work and see will it work. All right, that's their project. They're trying to see if that's going to work and how successful it would be. It's going to be colored nicely, and it's going to look like something you would want to have to open your door, you touch your steering wheel, your car fire. If you have a pistol or a firearm, it won't shoot unless you grab it. Such things as that. Going to the grocery store where you don't have to stand in line. A cashless society. Now we know the scriptures prophesied, John prophesied in the book of Revelation about this happening. And I'm going to go to the scriptures in a little bit. All right. But this is coming. Now 2030, I don't know when. 12 years, I had a good brother. The brother tell me, they can't pretty much chip everybody by 2030. Well, right now you have China trying to get away from the dollar. All right. Ain't no if. When this new system come out, it's going to be so, how can I say, convenient that something is going to happen because the scriptures say he calls us all. So something's going to happen where they're going to fall back into the grabs of America, dealing with America, and not leaving their dollar because the dollar will be digital. And it's going to be successful at first. All right, it's going to look like it's going to work. And then Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna come crash it down, as it says in Job. When he is about to eat, when he is about to fill his belly, that's when the Most High shall rain on him. You know, um, but just to show you that this is coming and it's actually being constructed in the UN, and the UN is in United States. All right. Esau is, of course, in control of all these things. The earth has been given over into the hand of the wicked, so he is in control of all these things. And pretty much his brother, and all these other countries, his brother being Russia, and of course Switzerland, all these from the same family, Esau. All right. And like I said, it's going to look like a pretty good thing to have. It's going to make life convenient for you. And so it would look to be that they would go along with it, because it's going to seem to be a beautiful tracking system to have a track and a location on every single soul on this planet. All right. I want to go to the scriptures. And like I said, you could go read the article for yourself. And that's on their agenda by 2030 by 2030 to have every man chip. And they're working on it right now. Of course, it couldn't be an overnight thing. As the brother mentioned to me before, how can they have millions of people chipped by then, billions of people chipped by then? Very easy, because the Most High said they will. Now, as far as the time limit goes, I can't put a time on it. But the Most High can make things happen in an instant, even less than an instant. Okay? Right now, this place is falling apart morally and definitely financially, the infrastructure and everything. Okay? All they got to do is collapse the dollar, introduce a new money system, and that's pretty much it. And everything else will fall in line, as well as they did with the food stamp card, as well as they did with the credit cards, as well as it's hard in some places to use cash and they will not accept cash. That's how it's going to be with the mark of the beast, which is the which is the RFID chip. Okay, you're going to go to places, they're going to say cash is not allowed. Do you have the RFID chip or a credit card? Because they're going to blend it into the system. All right, but this is Revelation, the 13th chapter, and I just want to get to the point. And it reads right here. I'll just get to the point. Okay, let me see. All right, Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. 17. That no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, as the number is 603 score and 6. Okay, so we know that the mark of the beast is an RFID chip. All right, we just read in the article that he plans to have every man, woman, and child, tagged, so to speak. All right, with an all in their ears, so to speak. All right, he and that he is being Esau. All right. And he will get it off. He will get it off. Only ones that's not going to take that chip is the elect of the house of Israel. All right, they're going to stand firm. And that's why Yahweh Shah said in the scriptures that he will keep them from the hour of temptation. That would be the hour of temptation, when this microchip go full force. And it's a mandate that you must take it to participate in society. All right. So this is just a forewarning to the brothers that be in the know and the brothers that be not in the know, to basically gird up your loins and get ready day after day. Make sure you stay prayed up, if you can, if it's within you, fast, for strength and courage, and that you obey and keep yourself in that day, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, that he be with you and save you from that hour of temptation. But yes, it is coming. It will be enforced. All right. I hope this was edifying to the Akim. Shalom.